if you're watching this video, you're most probably on the search for cheap eats in Chinatown, Sydney. Well, if that's the case, I got your back, my friend, as today I'm going to be showing you 15 of the best Chinatown eats under $15. In fact, some of them are even below $10. I'm also going to try to give you a bit of variety. You're going to get Chinese, Indonesian, Thai, and many more. But before we get into it, hi, I'm Steve from the Fat Life Project, and I'm all about showing you things to see, eat, and do one city at a time. So if that sounds like a jam, why not subscribe so that we can go on more adventures together? So let's get straight into it. I want to take you to an often overlooked Chinatown restaurant. I think it's got to do with its location. It's also in Haymarket, but it's closer to its central, right in front of the ongoing track work. Anyway, I absolutely love this place because they serve authentic Shanghainese dishes that remind me of my previous travels to China. I used to get these rice balls for breakfast all the time when I was traveling in Shanghai, and this restaurant does a pretty authentic version of it. These rice balls, known as fan tuan, are a breakfast staple and are just $7. It consists of a deep fried dough, aka youtiao, some pork floss, and an outer glutinous rice layer. I promise you, they're so filling. Oh, and by the way, you can also get the same rice ball with salted egg yolk for just $9. You're welcome. And while I do think they're quite filling on their own, if you're really looking for a feed that doesn't break the bank, consider adding in the scallion pancakes to your order. They're just $4.50 and absolutely delicious. If you're not feeling the rice balls and want some dumplings instead, they also do pretty amazing dumplings. I love the xiaolong baos, they cost just $10.80. You've probably completely walked past this small takeaway hole in the wall many times while heading to Central or Chinatown. They've been around for decades and for good reason. Cheap, delicious Thai food at super cheap prices. The pad Thai is what I go back here again and again for. I mean, would you just look at that serving size, and it's only $13.90. I highly recommend you check out this restaurant. Almost their entire menu could have made it to this list. I am now at Kowloon Cafe in Haymarket. They also have a Burwood restaurant, FYI. The decor is reminiscent of the cafes, aka Satangs in Hong Kong, and if you like Hong Kong cuisine, you need to listen up as the next few recommendations are some Hong Kong classics. I absolutely love their Hong Kong style thick French toast. These are deep fried with loads of peanut butter inside and melted butter on the top. Highly recommend topping it off with plenty of maple syrup. This is only $9.80. You can't say you've had a Hong Kong food feast until you've had some curry fish balls, aka gali yudan. For those who haven't tried before, these are essentially fish balls drenched in a creamy curry sauce. You can get 6 pieces for $7.80 or 12 pieces for $14.80 here. I also have a special obsession for Hong Kong crispy pineapple buns, aka bolo baos. The crispy pineapple bun here costs $7.80, but I highly recommend you add in some spam and egg for an additional $3. Why? Well, just look at it. This next restaurant comes highly recommended by many notable food bloggers and even Chef Dan Hong himself. They are well known for their fresh handmade dumplings. I mean, they are literally made in front of you. I will highlight just some of my favorites here. I'm gonna start with these steamed prawn and pork dumplings, which are literally to die for. The skin is a bit thicker than what you would expect of a more commercial place, which A, makes sense as all their dumplings are handmade, but also B, it's for a very good reason, and that's because the filling inside these dumplings are so darn juicy. These prawn and pork dumplings are $14. One thing you should know about me is that if I see xiaolong baos on the menu, I am going to be ordering it. I mean, if there ever was a litmus test to gauge how good a dumpling place is, it would be xiaolong baos, wouldn't it? Anyway, I got the pork ones, and you can expect the same juicy, meaty filling with a slightly thinner skin. These were $14 and were 10 out of 10 in my opinion. Take a look around the restaurant when you walk in and you will see this next dish on almost every table. These pan-fried beef dumplings are one of Nanjing Dumpling's best sellers. Definitely get these if you want some variety in your dumplings. These cost $14. I know it's a dumpling place, but this restaurant also does some amazing noodles. This here is the stir-fried pickled beans and pork mince noodles. What I enjoy about this dish is the use of preserved vegetables in the soup. The taste brings me right back to my childhood. This is also $14.
There is almost always a queue at this little window of an OG Chinatown bakery. You will see a little machine inside churning out a Sydney cheap eats classic. Yes, I am at Emperors Garden for these fluffy custard balls. They are especially good in winter, but really can be eaten at any time of the year. They're 60 cents each or 10 for just $5, and warning, the custard inside can be quite hot. Yes, they're delicious, don't get me wrong, but I think that the rest of the bakery often gets overlooked. You will be greeted with many classic Chinese bakery treats when you walk in. I honestly think that the bakery itself would make for a fantastic YouTube video. I keep coming back here to get their egg tarts. They also serve these egg tarts at their yum cha restaurant next door, which I also think is often overlooked. These egg tarts are my favorite out of the many yum cha restaurants in Sydney. I highly recommend it. The Sussex Centre food court is another Chinatown OG destination for cheap eats, and if you've never been, you're missing out. This is another spot I feel is deserving of its own YouTube video. Let me know in the comments if you want to see that and also what you would like me to feature. Anyway, the weather was a bit cold on the day I visited and I was craving some noodles, so I went to Sparrow Mills Express to order a ramyun. These Korean spicy noodles and egg was just $11 and absolutely hit the spot. This Japanese stall at Sussex Centre serves up some amazing cheap eats. I spy $8 udons and $10 ramyuns. But for now, I decided to try out their lunch menu where for just $15 you get a karaage rice bowl, 10 gyozas and a bowl of miso soup, which I think is such amazing value, and it was also quite delicious. I am definitely coming back to try the rest of the menu. Now at this stage of the video, you're probably dashing off to Chinatown to get some food. But before you do that, if you find this video helpful, informative, entertaining in any way, shape or form, and want to see more of me in your feed, I would really appreciate a like and subscribe, as it really helps my tiny little channel out. I also upload every weekend, so be sure to turn on that bell notification so that you can start your weekend with me. As always, I hope that you have a fantastic day ahead, and I'll see you soon in the next video.